up, family? It's Fiore and I am back again with another video. So in this video, as you can tell by the title, it's just going to be about how I got my hair to lock super fast. It was locked in about 4 months or less. I'm going to be giving some advice and the things that I did to get my hair to lock super quickly. So if you are interested in that, keep on watching. All right, so I have my notes down in my phone. I don't want to just be rambling on, so I don't want this video to be super long, but I do want it to be very informative to let you all know what I did to get my hair looking like this. And if y'all want y'all lips popping like mine, just holla at me, you know? If anybody knows where that little clip about the lip gloss thing is from, leave a comment down below because I just saw it again in my thread or in my timeline when I was scrolling, and it had me like rolling. It's so funny. Disclaimer, I am not saying that these things are going to work for you and that your hair is going to lock under 4 months in a couple weeks or however quick you want it to lock just because you do the things that I mentioned in this video. This is what worked for me, and I know that a lot of the things that I am going to mention have worked for others as well. Remember, this is your own journey, so don't compare it to anybody else's. But here are the tips, tricks, and advice that can be super helpful when trying to lock your hair quicker. Okay, so the first thing is obviously to just know your hair, right? Know your hair type. The reason why my hair was able to lock so quickly is because that's just the kind of hair that I have, okay? My hair, I think before I locked it, I know that I have 3C/4A hair, and it leaned more towards the 4A type. It was very like just thick and coarse, and it was hard to comb, hard to brush. If I ever got water on it, it would just like dread up, like literally like dread up. So I could not leave water on it because I would just have knots all over my head if I didn't brush it or comb it out. So that's just the type of hair that I have. Whenever it was, I didn't take care of it, when I wasn't on top of it, when I wasn't constantly combing through it or brushing through it, it would always get very matted and very tangled. So number one, if that's just the kind of hair that you have, then that's the kind of hair that you have, and you might see locking a lot quicker than someone whose hair might be a little bit looser or more curly. Someone's hair might be just a little bit of a different curl pattern than yours, or a lot looser than your hair. The second thing that I did to get my hair to lock in under 4 months is I left it alone, okay? I did not care about my hair. And what I mean by that, honestly, I really did not care about it. I just let it do what it wanted to do. Like, if it wanted to look, you know, a little bit out of place one day, my twists were starting to unravel, I would just, you know, twist them back together. I didn't care how it looked. If it looked uniformed, if it looked a little crazy, if it looked frizzy, whatever. I was consistent with the things that I did, and the things that I did was not a lot. I left it alone, okay? I wasn't always in my hair. I wasn't playing with it. I wasn't touching it. I wasn't trying to do a whole bunch of different things with it, especially in the early stages. I just had my 2-strand twist in, and I was just rocking it like that. I just let it be and let it do what it wanted to do. Yeah, baby. Okay. So along with leaving it alone, obviously it goes hand in hand, low manipulation, right? So you're not doing a whole bunch of crazy different hairstyles. You're not trying a whole bunch of different products and things out in your hair. You're not pulling all your hair back. You're not trying to do like 5 different ponytails all over because you want to look cute. Like, you're not doing like too much with it. I'm not saying you can't do any hairstyles with it, but low manipulation and just leaving your hair alone and letting it be and just giving it the air and the room that it needs to breathe and to be able to lock on its own will help you see locking a lot quicker. Third thing that I did, or should I say did not do, is retwists. I rarely retwist my hair, okay? And that is not for any particular reason other than the fact that I just don't want to. Like, to retwist my hair, it takes about It takes about 4 hours for me to retwist. I retwist it. I always 2-strand twist it together and let it air dry. I don't use heat on my hair or anything like that. But yeah, so it takes about 4 hours, and I honestly don't care to do it that much because I don't care how it looks, really. Like, I haven't retwisted my hair, as you can see, in a little while, and I still look great, okay? Yeah, so I'll retwist it when I feel like it. I try to go for maybe once a month, but honestly, in the beginning, and even more so now, I don't retwist it often. I'll probably retwist it maybe every 2 months. Sometimes, I think the longest I've gone without a retwist is maybe 3 months because, like I said, I really just don't care to do it. So that kind of goes along with the tip that I gave before. Low manipulation, leaving it alone kind of gives it the air and room that it needs to be able to breathe and to be able to lock up. So yeah, when I would do my retwists, I would leave my retwist in actually for a while, up until either my next retwist that I wanted to do, or probably for about like a month. I'm known to leave my retwists in for about a month, or until they start looking like real bad and you're like, all right, you need to do something with that. But even if it gets to that point, it's like, who cares? It's your hair. Do what you want with it. But that is one thing that I do not do, is I do not retwist too often. Tip number 4 that I have for you all is water, okay? Water is your friend when it comes to locks, all right? I don't know why. I don't know. It's just like a stigma, I guess, to keep water out your hair. Don't let your hair get wet. I'm going to tell you this right now. When it comes to my hair, I don't know how your hair is, but I know it to be true for my hair and a lot of other people's hair. When water gets on it, it makes your hair kind of dry and it makes it matted. Like I said, like in the beginning of the video, it would make my hair dry and it would make it like super matted and super knotted and super tangled. That is good when it comes to locks, because that is exactly what you want, right? So I oftentimes would rinse with water, just have my spray bottle and just, spritz it around my hair. You can do that daily. When you're in the shower, you don't necessarily have to have a shower cap on if you don't want to have one on. I never do, or I never did, especially when my hair is like in between retwists or I'm gonna wash it soon. I just let it soak up all the moisture, and then that used to like really help it, and it still helps it now. It used to help it a lot when it came to locking really quickly, because my hair just knots up super easily, especially when it is wet, and I do not detangle it afterwards. That's the main point of having locks. So water is your friend, all right? Not just for your body, but for your head too. And make sure you're drinking water too. Y'all nasties. Some people say that they don't like drinking water, or they don't like the way the water tastes. I'm just like, ooh, I would hate to use the bathroom after you. I know that stink. Okay, back on topic. I hope y'all not getting sleepy, all right? Because these are some great tips, all right? And this is only tip number 5. Tip number 5 is wear your scarf and your bonnet at nighttime. Scarf and or bonnet, but I use both. And if you don't like wearing a scarf or bonnet, get some satin pillowcases and sheets for your bed. I just transitioned over to some satin pillowcases and sheets. Let me show y'all. I got this from Amazon. So soft. I haven't worn a bonnet since I got it. And I've had them for probably like the last week or so. And I don't know, it's like sleeping on a cloud. It's amazing. And I don't wake up like with headaches or anything like that, because when I would wear my scarves or my bonnet, it would like be so tight around my head, and it would just kind of like irritate my head and give me headaches and things like that. So I highly recommend the satin pillowcases and pillow sheets if you are able to get your hands on them. I got mine from Amazon. Highly recommend. If you do not use the satin pillow cases and sheets and things like that, a regular old scarf and bonnet will do just fine, okay? It keeps your hair protected at nighttime, so it's not rubbing against all that material that you do have on your pillowcase. I don't know, what is the other stuff that, cotton, yeah, that's what it's called, right? Cotton, polyester, whatever, all those other things. It's not rubbing up against your hair. It's not causing your hair to be super frizzy. It's not causing friction. And number 3, is not causing damage or breakage to your hair. Tip number 6 is to keep your scalp clean, okay? Wash your hair. Just because you have locks or you have starter locks, that does not mean you cannot wash your hair. I remember when I first started out, I washed my hair normally, like regularly. I still washed it every 2 weeks or once a month, whichever one I felt like doing. I hear so many people saying in the beginning stages, don't wash your hair, don't get your hair wet, don't do this, don't do that, leave it, don't wash your hair for 3 months. Who's not gonna wash their hair for 3 months? No, ma'am. No, thank you. No, 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 no. I did not do that. I did not follow that rule. And I know of other people who did not follow that don't wash your hair in the beginning starter lock stage rule, and their hair is beautiful. You can still wash your hair, and I highly encourage you to do so. Hair does not grow from the ends, okay? It grows from your scalp. You have to keep your scalp clean in order for your hair to grow properly. So number 7, use minimum products, especially in the beginning stages, okay? I didn't use any products at all, but if you're not that type of gal or type of guy, that is okay. But try to stay away from products that have like, what is it called? Like sleek, shine, those types of words in, you know, on the label and things like that, because it might be hard for your hair to mat or lock together if your hair is super slippery all the time, especially at the root. It will not lock if you're constantly putting those types of products in your hair. In the early stages, all I used was water and oil, okay? You can use whatever types of oil that you want. And when I say oil in my head, that I just mean to moisturize like the ends of my hair and things like that. I wouldn't necessarily put it directly on my scalp all of the time. I would do it sometimes, yes, but that would be like maybe after I already did a retwist and I'm going to bed and I'm putting my scarf and my bonnet on. But it wasn't something that I was doing every single day. You can use whatever type of oil you want. You can use the avocado oil, and that's like one of my favorites. You can use olive oil, jojoba oil, whatever those oils are that, you know, that are just high in nutrients and that will help your hair to strengthen and that will help moisturize your scalp and your hair at the same time. Go ahead and use those. All right, we only got a couple more tips to go. I am tired. Whew, okay, what number am I on? Tip number 8, wait to do this. And by this, I hope you can tell that I am talking about adding lock jewelry, shells, you know, accessories and things like that. Goes with the low manipulation tip that I gave earlier and things like that. You don't want to be putting, you know, shells and, you know, what is it, crystals and a whole bunch of beads and things like that in your hair when your hair is not even matured yet and it's not even locking like at all. They're just gonna come off, slip out, whatever. Yeah, they might look cute, but they could disrupt the locking process. So just wait. You'll have plenty of time down the line to start adding your jewelry, and it's gonna look great, and you're gonna be really happy that you waited, because it definitely does look better on hair that is matured and that is further along in the locking process. Tip number 9. Am I slow? 9, be patient, okay? I know a lot of people don't want to hear that. I know that they want what they want, when they want it, how they want it, but just be patient. I'm telling you, the time goes by like that. It goes so quickly, okay? Be patient and try to enjoy every single stage, because once you get to the stage that you want to be at, you won't even remember where you started, really, because you're just going to be like so in love with how your hair looks and, you know, all those, you know, great feelings and the things that you're able to do with it and stuff like that. So just be patient. You will get there. Just because you are obsessing about it and you're so fixated on your hair locking and it being longer or however it is that you want it to be does not speed up time, okay? That's not going to make it go by faster, all right? Just be patient. An alternative, you can, and I'm not saying do this because I've never done it. I don't know anything about it, but you can get lock extensions if it is that serious to you. If you're somebody that cares about length, or, you know, you just want instant locks just like that, you can get lock extensions, but make sure you educate yourself on what comes with that and, you know, the things that you have to do to maintain that and all that stuff. But I don't know anything about that, so I can't give you any advice on that. But just be patient, all right? You'll get there when you get there. And it's going to be beautiful along the way and once you get there. And the last and final tip number 10. Especially with my hair, like I was saying earlier, it's okay if your hair is a little dry. And what I mean by that is your hair does not have to be saturated in oils, and you don't have to be all gloss faced and oil dripping down your face, dripping from your hair and things like that. Your hair is okay if it's a little bit dry, because like I said, that will help your hair to be able to lock, you know, wrap around each other, things like that, and stay kind of knotted together if it is a little dry. If it's constantly wet or constantly soaked and saturated in oils and just slippery and things like that, it'll be very hard for your hair to lock itself, especially at the root. All right, guys, so that was just some advice, some tips, some tricks that got my hair to lock super quickly, and that hopefully you can incorporate some of these tips into your regimen, into your schedule, whatever, so that you can achieve the same thing. But as always, don't compare yourself to others. Don't compare your hair to someone else's hair. You are beautiful, your hair is beautiful, and your journey is beautiful, okay? So make it your own, because it is your own. So own it. Nobody can look like you. Nobody's hair is going to look like yours. Nobody's hair is going to do the things that your hair can do. All right, so rock it, baby. If you guys enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share with a friend, family member, whoever. And thank you so much for watching this video. I love each and every single one of you, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.